Last 2 weeks are left for the exam. Do you have a proper schedule for revision, or are you confused between what to study? All the efforts that you have put in so far will only pay off if you revise well in the last 15 days. Now is the time to make sure that you remember all that you already know. There are 3 steps that you need to follow. First is revise past year and related topics. Majority of the questions are from previous year topics. Topics that have been asked earlier get repeated every time. And that is the reason why it is important to go through the past year topics and the topics related to it. These topics should be the core of your revision. And if you've done these well, you have completed a major chunk of the portion that is asked in the exam. Next, you need to solve the MCQs that have been asked in the previous year papers. Many a times the questions get repeated. Now is not the time to solve any new MCQs except these. So 2 important things. First, revising the past year topics, and second is previous year MCQs that have been asked in the previous exams. Now, how do you do this for every subject? You have 15 days. 2 days, last 2 days can be kept as buffer. So 13 days in hand. You can allot one subject each day, and then depending upon the syllabus, 2 or 3 minor subjects can be clubbed together and can be done on one day itself. Now, how to decide which subject to be done on which day? This majorly depends on which subjects are difficult for you and which subjects are easy for you. The ones that you find easy can be done in the later days, and the ones that are difficult for you should be done earlier. One more thing to keep in mind, the subjects that are volatile should be done later, and the ones that are conceptual based should be done earlier. For example, anatomy is very volatile, so that subject should be done in the last 3 to 4 days. The essence of this entire revision strategy is to make sure that you retain maximum amount of information in your short-term memory so that you are able to recall it well during the exam. You need to revise smartly and therefore study more of what is asked in the exam. So every day in the morning, you start by revising the past year topics for that subject, and after you are done with it, you sit down and solve MCQs for that subject that have been asked in the past 10-year questions, in the past 10-year question papers, and that is more than enough. You are done with that subject and now you can move on to the next one. This is how you do the same for each subject in the last 2 weeks of your revision. In the last 2 days that you have kept as a buffer, you can revise anything that you feel is important, anything that you've missed out, any factual information that you need to remember. For example, developmental milestones is quite volatile, so you can do that in the last 2 days. Then bone tumors, the X-ray features of bone tumors. So all such things you need to revise in the last 2 days. If you have made a mistake book, that is something that you can revise. Also, I have made a separate video on what should be revised in the last 2 days. I will put the link in the description box below. You can watch that video as well.